Hello friends, welcome to Bookku. Today, we're going to talk about the book, The 48 Laws of Power, written by Robert Greene. This book is so powerful that it's banned in countries like Iran and Turkey. Let's dive into these 48 laws. Law 1. Never outshine the master. This law tells us never to show off our talent or smartness in front of someone above us, be it a teacher, boss, or someone in a higher position. If you try to impress them with your intelligence, they may feel insecure and threatened. The author shares a story. Once, a minister threw a grand party to please a king, spending the entire royal treasury. The king got so angry that he jailed the minister for life. Moral: always make those above you feel superior. Modern example: if you try to act too smart in front of a senior, they'll turn against you, and that's harmful for you. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends can betray or withdraw support when needed. Overdependence makes you weak and easy to manipulate. Enemies, on the other hand, are often more predictable. Historical kings were often betrayed by allied kingdoms they once helped. Lesson: don't blindly trust friends. Use enemies wisely. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. If others know your true plans, they might use them against you. Deceive them with fake motives. By the time they realize your real aim, it'll be too late. Example: top students in school often say they didn't study, but they did. They hide their preparation to maintain an advantage. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Talking too much exposes your secrets and weaknesses. Powerful people speak less. When you speak less, others listen more carefully and reveal more about themselves. Excessive talking can ruin your reputation. Like a politician once saying, "We'll turn potatoes into gold." Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation earns you respect and influence. If you have a strong name, people will follow and listen to you. Example: PM Modi or Elon Musk, when they speak, millions respond because they've built strong reputations. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. In today's world, appearance sells. To stand out, you must be different. If you're one in a crowd of similar phones, be the iPhone. Attract attention by your looks or speech style. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Powerful people delegate tasks, but take credit. Companies run on employees' work, but the owner gets recognition. Same goes for governments. The leader gets all the glory. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Just like bait is used to lure animals, use incentives to draw people or enemies towards you and win them over. Law 9. Win through actions, never through argument. Don't try to win people with arguments. Instead, show results. When you help someone through action, they'll trust and support you. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Sad or unlucky people can emotionally drain you. Their negativity can affect your success. Distance yourself from them to stay positive and successful. Law 11. Make people depend on you. Ensure that people can't function without you. If you're necessary to their success, they won't betray or leave you. Too much freedom leads to independence and disloyalty. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A little honesty can win people's trust. Once they believe you, they'll do what you want because they think you'll never harm them. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest. When asking for help, show what's in it for them. People help only when they see a benefit for themselves, even enemies. Next law: pose as a friend, work as a spy. To become powerful, learn everything about others, their strengths and weaknesses. Act friendly, but gather intel like a spy. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. Never leave your enemies alive. If you spare them, they may return and take revenge. History has many examples where spared enemies killed the kings who showed mercy. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much presence makes you look ordinary. Step back occasionally to create scarcity and value. When you return, people will admire you more. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. If you're unpredictable, people won't be able to anticipate your next move. Predictability gives enemies power. So break patterns. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. If you isolate yourself completely, you become easy to target. Stay connected with friends and allies to avoid becoming an easy enemy target. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. This part was cut off, but leads into identifying people's nature before dealing with them. Create and choose your own work, no matter what society says. You don't need to listen to anyone. You should only do what you love, not what others expect. Remember, it's your life, not someone else's, for them to decide what you should do. Law 26. Always keep your hands clean. No matter how much corruption or wrongdoing you've done, you must always appear clean, like you've done nothing wrong. Because in today's world, appearances are power. Let others take the blame for those actions. If you want a cult-like following, play with people's need to believe. People want to believe in things like religion. You can create a belief system around yourself so people start worshiping you. Keep your language vague, yet full of promises. Instead of being intellectual and logical, focus on enthusiasm. Structure your group like an organized religion. Hide your income sources. Law 28. Act without fear. Always act fearlessly. Cowards are looked down upon. So whatever you do, do it wholeheartedly and without fear. Acting without fear makes you better at your work. Any mistake can be corrected with more powerful action. Very few people can act fearlessly, but it is a habit you can build. Similarly, cowardice is also a habit that should be rooted out. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Always plan from beginning to end. Never do partial planning. Also, have a plan B, because there's often a difference between plans and their execution. Sometimes plans fail, so having a backup is necessary. Full planning helps you foresee problems. Law 30. Make your achievements look effortless. Show your achievements as if they took no effort, as if it's your natural talent. Never talk about your struggles or hardships. Robert says people admire those who succeed without trying. So, don't talk about the obstacles, just show results and make it look easy. Control the options. Make others play with the cards you deal. When you give enemies two options, they feel in control, but really, you're manipulating both choices to benefit you. For example, if you're convincing a friend to watch a movie, offer two options, one you want and another you don't. But explain how the one you want includes everything, increasing the chances they'll pick it, while thinking they chose freely. Law 32. Play with people's fantasies. Attract people by connecting with their dreams and desires. People relate more to those who share similar aspirations. Learn about what they desire and reflect it back to them. For instance, luxury car ads show stylish vehicles in beautiful settings, linking them with success and aspiration. Brands use this to inspire people to buy their products as a way to fulfill their fantasies. Law 33. Discover the thumbscrew. This law focuses on understanding people's inspirations, desires, and weaknesses to influence and control them. Everyone has something that inspires or motivates them. For example, if your friend craves recognition, you can influence them by praising their intelligence and creativity, making them more willing to help. Law 34. Act like a king to be treated like one. Behave with dignity and authority, and people will naturally respect and treat you like royalty. Even if you're not the boss, help everyone solve their problems, and people will treat you as a leader. Law 35. Master the art of timing. This law is about understanding the timing of work and decisions. Never act in haste. Be strategic and patient. Control your emotions to extend your perception of time, helping you plan more patiently and effectively. Law 36. Ignore what you can't have. If you're facing many problems, don't focus on them. Shift your attention away. This also works on enemies. The more attention you give them, the stronger they get. So, always ignore your enemies to weaken them. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. To be powerful, create an attractive environment. People are drawn to the extraordinary. From your attire to your surroundings, everything should stand out. For example, Brand L creates highly choreographed launch events to build hype, attract media attention, and excite consumers using drama and presentation. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. If you always try to show off your uniqueness, people will think you're just pretending. Blend in with common people, hide your real beliefs. Once your power base is secure, gradually reveal your true thoughts to influence others more effectively. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Never get angry. Stay calm and relaxed. Anger will only ruin your work. Try to find your enemy's weakness. Once you do, you can use it to manipulate them. Law 40. Never accept free lunch. Never trust anything that's free. Nothing is truly free in this world. If someone gives you something for free, it likely has hidden motives to trap or humiliate you. Be wary of freebies. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Don't try to imitate someone, no matter how successful they are. You're different, you have your own strengths, and you can make your own name. Never try to be someone's shadow. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Many problems originate from one person. Eliminate the main source, and the rest of the problems will disappear. Like defeating a king instead of fighting his army, the army will give up. Law 43. Work on hearts and minds. If you force people into loyalty, they'll betray you. Instead, trap them with desire. If they see benefit in helping you, they'll do so willingly and won't betray you. Law 44. Disarm with mirror effect, but change slowly. To move forward in life, change is necessary, but make changes gradually. Sudden changes can create problems. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People are creatures of habit and often fear change. When introducing reforms or new ideas, do so gradually. Frame the change as a slight improvement or return to traditional values, even if it's radical. Sudden or drastic change creates resistance, while slow adaptation allows people to feel secure. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Showing too much perfection can stir envy and resentment. If you seem flawless, others may feel threatened or inferior. Appear human, relatable, and even vulnerable at times. This keeps envy in check and encourages alliance rather than opposition. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. The moment of victory is dangerous. Ego and overconfidence can lead to overreaching. Know your limits. After achieving your goal, consolidate your gains rather than pushing further. The wise know when to stop, avoiding unnecessary risks and backlash. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Rigidity is a weakness in a constantly changing world. Be adaptable, fluid, and formless like water. When you're flexible and unpredictable, others cannot pin you down or exploit you. Power comes from being elusive and responsive to circumstances. So, if you love learning, growing, and getting smarter every single week, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thanks you for watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.